whatever we've created around us has somewhere started off with the use of our hands.
Pour moi, ce qui est très fort et très beau dans l'artisanat, c'est que c'est à la fois des métiers qui demandent un grand savoir-faire théorique, mais également ce que j'appelle l'intelligence de la main. C'est-à-dire des tours de main, des savoir-faire qui, eux, ne s'écrivent pas. Ce sont des choses qui se transmettent d'ouvrier à ouvrier, de personne à personne.
На 100% ощущаю себя художником. Ощущение участия в чем-то таком великом, то есть ты питаешься этой энергией, это меня заряжает.
Fin du 19e siècle, on avait une centaine de fondeurs de cloches. Il n'y en a plus que 2 ou 3 aujourd'hui en France.
Craftsmanship all over the world is becoming scarce and is being replaced by technology.
This is something that is very precious to you as an individual. And if craft in every form dies and everything becomes a machine, there isn't an expression of yourself and your ability and your gift.
精致的手工艺，我想它就是强调，就是说人类由人类史里面创造出来一种不可思议的超越的美感。
If we go down the history of India, you will find that craftsmanship have been a very important part of Indian culture. In religion, our palaces, our homes, our cities, they were the best artisans used, and the kind of workmanship that they had. And to believe that they did that without any technology, purely by hand, is outstanding. What I love about here is the sound of the sea, the cool breeze, and being on the west, we have one of the most amazing sunsets. So very often the colors that are created along with the clouds create great forms of design for me. And of course, a great inspiration always for children.
I remember when he was very young, he would lie under my bed and do something with paper and pencils. And I was wondering what he was doing one day. And there I took out this big art book and he was drawing things.
When I'm actually designing or creating something, I first have to fall in love with the piece, and I have to come to understand that it is going to be one of a kind. A creative mind never stops. You can dream of things that you've seen during the day. This piece is a beautiful carving done from the Mughal period. The beauty of it is the whole shape is so unique that transforms in my mind into a lovely piece of jewelry in many different ways. These are my designers who do all my technical drawings for all the concepts. They've all been with me for quite some time, and they started off very young. And although they could have gone into doing computer-aided designs, we yet like to first do everything by hand.
I trained him initially, and the first thing he was told to do is to go and learn the craft of craftsmanship, of what is jewelry all about. It's not just about selling and all these beautiful things. You have to first know how it is made.
I see my babies through right till the end. And if I'm not happy, it cannot go on the retail floor. He is the senior most in the polishing department and he trains everybody and he does the most difficult pieces. Not only will he polish the surface from outside and inside, but every hole. When I started learning at Zaveri Bazaar, this was the level of height that we had in our workshop. So you were crawling and sitting. See, each gem is actually different. So there's always a difference in identity. We're all human beings. We have all the same body parts, but there is a certain difference. So although we can get Nike shoes in size 10 to fit all, yet the handcrafted bespoke shoe is important.
The first piece that Biren ever made for me was this beautiful ring in gold with a touch of colored stones in it.
That was the first piece of complete jewelry that I ever made in my life. And that was the gift that I'd given to her. And that was the first piece of jewelry that she ever had.
It was very precious to me because that was something that he made out of his own hand. And it was the first thing that he wanted to give me. So there's a lot of emotion behind that ring.
While I was working in Zaveri Bazaar, one of the things that really made me see India and moved me was when you became an artisan who spent 35, 40 years dedicated to the craftsmanship of making jewelry. You were asked to train somebody. And you were asked to train that apprentice. You knew that he was your replacement. And it was a very, very sad moment when I've seen that happen in front of my eyes, where he's been asked to leave his seat for the person who he has taught. And I decided one day at that time, I will do something to help these people. Because an artisan doesn't need money. What he really needs is respect. And I created a small unit within our factory where any artisan who's crossed 50 wants to come and work. He's most welcome to. He can come and work, and in his last few years that he can work, he gets respect. And now they are training a few students from Helen Keller Institute. India is evolving into a very unique period. Over the years, it's yet been a developing country. And your one day feeling is, when will we be really developed? Now you've crossed the threshold and you're getting there to be a developed country. But little did we realize that there is a lot of sacrifice that one is making in not only tradition, but also in culture. In the current generation, I see that culture is not being passed on. We've always been fascinated by the West, but what we are taking in is the technology, the fast pace, the new internet age. In our speed of want to be developed, the compromises that we are making with tradition and culture may have a very diverse effect in the future.